So now is actually a pretty good time to look at the board. So we've got uncommitted cavalry here, which can't get into the fight because of lack of commands. We've got the Roman line still strong, but with enemy to front and rear. And we've got the Carthaginian infantry completely spent and in danger of being shattered and routing off the table. So basically Rome has to do something this turn. They've got to get a lot of casualties scored. Okay, let's see what can happen. Carthage has to do a lot this turn. Right, so rolling for weather to see if the weather changes. Nope. So up to turn 6 and Carthage begins with still 7 commands. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do. Okay, so this turn is probably the last throw of the dice for Hannibal, so he's going to attack here with 2 command bonuses, or a command bonus for each of his attacking units, so let's see what he can get. 4 is no good, and that's no good, so that costs nothing. Over here we're going to activate these guys at a cost of 2 for 3 attacks. 7 is not good enough, 7 is not good enough, and 11 is good enough, so we get one further spent unit there. So that means 3 units of theirs are spent. They've got 1 fresh one left, which is now in the lead. So that's a slight chance of an opening there. So that's 2 out of the 7 commands used. Coming back here, we're going to activate this cavalry lot for another 2 commands and give them a combat bonus, which means that we've used 6 of our commands and we can roll the dice, and 1 more. Getting killed by 4 command rolls. So only 2 commands left. Okay, so attacking here with a command bonus, and an 11 is a double hit. Well, well, well. So 1 unit is shattered, and that unit is spent. So that causes a command roll, a morale roll of 2. So the army is now at -1, but everyone is still safe because of that. Okay, second attack out of the zone at a -1 is a no hit. Okay, so we've got 2 commands left to play with, which means an attack here using Mago in the lead is a miss, and his mate there is also a miss. So we've got 2 commands left, which we'll use to attack out of this zone with the cavalry in the lead. So let's see, a 10, and that's good enough for a hit actually. So that's useful, and this attack is not good enough. Okay, so that's Carthage's turn, again hampered by very bad command rolls. Okay, so Rome's turn again on turn 6, so 5 commands now. So attacking out of here, a 9 is not good enough because they have the minus for being surrounded. Other 2 attacks, no, because spent. That's 2 commands used on the far right. They'll spend 2 commands to activate the group and roll to see what the command roll is, which is 4. So that's 5 commands remaining. So we'll give that lot a combat bonus, and a 10, which is good enough to shatter that unit there. And that's another 1 roll for Carthaginian morale. So they could be on the downward slide here. I'll just have to check. Give me 1 moment. So miraculously, Carthage still survives because these chaps at the surrounding them are not spent. Okay, so final attack coming here with bonus for the lead unit is an 11, so that's a hit. Can Hannibal rally? No, he cannot. So now we're down to 4 units shattered, but we get a roll of 2. Okay, so they survive, but Hannibal is in danger of being lost. So 1 more attack, 2 more attacks, 2 more attacks, and another hit. This time, can Hannibal save it? No. So that's pretty much game over, I think. Hannibal has now left the field, lost, and Rome has broken through into the centre zone. So I'll just adjust the board and then we'll look at it. Okay, so the Carthaginians have lost Hannibal and they've had 4 units shattered, which means that their army is at -2 for morale, but their roll was a 3, which means that they still stand. But Rome is now advanced into the Carthaginian key zone, so that's an extra -1 for Carthaginian morale, which means that the next shatter they're going to struggle to stay on the field. Okay, so that's the end of the Roman turn. So Carthage turn 7, and let's roll for weather. No change. So Carthage has lost a lot of command points. I'll have to assess where they're at.